Coming up next, again in this time of year, getting a little bit cold, even here in Miami, I'm gonna pick 3 of my favorite tobacco fragrances right now. These are 3 tobacco gems that are great in this colder weather. It gives a little warmth, a little smokiness, and each one is very different and unique. So find out what they are coming up next. Welcome back everybody to Joel the Nose, and here I am, as you can see, at Osme Perfumery on a beautiful morning, cool weather. We just got our first real cold front of the year right before Thanksgiving, enjoying this. Just got back from New York City for the launch of the new Rouge Smoking Extrait from BDK, an amazing event, and I can't wait to tell you more about the perfume in a little bit. I'll be doing some more reviews on that shortly. But let's get right into this. Today's perfume, okay? Tobacco fragrances. I love tobacco. I'm actually working on my own kind of what I think is an interesting mix, a white floral tobacco that is got gardenia tobacco. It's got some white musks, some citrus. To me, this epitomizes kind of Miami and tobacco in general does, because tobacco, you think of Cuban cigars, it's a very Miami thing, right? So anyways, I'm gonna talk about 3 that I particularly love. And let me get this going right there. Okay. All right. I'll say my number 3 favorite tobacco fragrance right now is Oud Tobacco from Montel. This came out, I think, about 4 years or so ago, around 2020. And Montel is always a great value perfume. You know, I think they're still for 100 milliliters or under $200. They have such a variety, so you can get multiple fragrances from them that are all very different. I think sometimes Montel gets a little bit of a name of being almost more closer to designer. I think if you really spend time getting to know this house, you'll see it's a true niche gem that's quality and good price. Oud Tobacco, what do I like about this one? So let me just spray it here for you. This is, to me, almost like a fresh, got a little bit on my hand right there, a little fresh tobacco fragrance. And again, that's not something you would normally think, tobacco, freshness. And I wouldn't call this a freshie, definitely not that, but it is a fresh tobacco. And I think it's partly because of the opening. It's got some citrus notes. It's got some, well, actually, obviously has a lot of agarwood, which is essentially the tree that emits the oud resin. So it's really the base of the oud. But it's also got some orange blossom, some incense, so that kind of mellows everything out. Those are in the mid notes. And then you have tobacco and kind of tonka bean that give it also a little bit of a powderiness. The tonka bean gives that little bit of a vanilla, almost powdery quality, and of course the tobacco. So this one is going to be, of the 3 that I'm talking about, for me, the least tobacco smelling. If you're looking at something that you're a little bit afraid of, tobacco notes, and you're like, okay, I like it, but not sure I'm fully into that tobacco smell. Maybe you had a parent who smoked when you were growing up and you have this averse reaction to it. I know people like that, or they had a spouse or a boyfriend or girlfriend who smoked and they absolutely hate the smell. This is probably a good one to check, Oud Tobacco from Montel. Okay, I'm gonna go to my second fragrance now. And, I'm sorry, all right. And the second fragrance is from Boadicea the Victorious. You can see the wonderful bottle here. This is Tobacco Sapphire. They have a lot of the Sapphire names in their lineup. This one has got an interesting kind of almost tobacco-like golden hue color of a bottle. And by the way, it looks like my battery's running out, so it probably will cut out on me. And before it cuts out on me, I'm going to change the battery. This is real life. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm back after the new battery exchange. And where was I? Tobacco Sapphire. So, you know, you can see the name there, Tobacco Sapphire. I believe this came out a couple years ago, roughly 2022, somewhere in that range. What do I like about this one? This one is, to me, a true tobacco lover. Look at this. And it's got a sweetness, a spiciness. It's got some saffron, some incense at the top, also some mandarin orange, so it's got a little bit of that citrus quality. I've noticed that a few of the tobacco perfumes that I like have mandarin or that citrus element. Who would have thought, you know, that combination would be good? But I think what this one I really like is it also has a nice complement of rose in the heart. So this is not like an old school too powdery rose. This is a little bit of a tinge of powderiness, a tinge of sweetness, some white flowers from magnolia, another element that I love and I've used in my own perfumes. A lot going on here. There's too many notes to mention, but you know, Monacco to me is one of the top brands. It's one of the more expensive brands. So, you know, if you're comparing the two, the prices are probably, you know, twice as much, but you are getting an exceptionally well-made fragrance here, something that is going to stand out and separate you from the crowd. So Tobacco Sapphire, if you're looking for an excellent tobacco fragrance. And my final and number one choice, and there's a reason for it, is Monacco Cuba. Monacco Cuba, as they say in Spanish. As actually they say, it's interesting, if you ever come to Miami and you hear someone who's from Cuba, like especially recently, like they just came, they say Cuba. It's like there's almost no B, Cuba. So this is Monacco Cuba, and what do I love about this one? Again, this is even more citrusy than the other two. The other ones have that touch of mandarin or maybe, you know, some citrus note. This one clearly has, I think it's got bergamot, it's got orange, mandarin, and it feels tropical. This is a tropical tobacco perfume. Obviously the name Monacco Cuba, there's a reference to that, but it feels like, or it smells like that kind of cigar, Cuban cigar quality perfume, but still light enough that you could wear pretty much year round. Obviously these are really good for this type of cold or colder weather right now that even we're getting here in Miami, but don't shy away from this wearing it all year round. And look at that spray. I love that puff of cloud. And by the way, I don't always do this, but let's just compare the three sprayers and see which one you guys actually would like the best. So you have Monacco. See that big puff? I mean, that is something that's going to cover a wide swath of your skin, your arm, your neck. Excellent delivery method. Monacco. Totally different. Long, thin, almost dart-like quality. So this is going to be one where you're going to want to maybe hold it back a little bit, and you're going to target specific areas. If you want to be a little bit more, you know, specific about the part of the body you want to wear it. Interesting. Two completely different delivery methods, and then finally, Montel's the oud tobacco. There's the hole, and look at that. That one's even literally like a laser. It's like, phew, like. I feel like Usain Bolt. Maybe I should recommend that to Usain. But so of the three, it's another reason. I actually like that kind of puff sprayer. For me, I just like that quality of spray. It just envelops you in the cloud of wonderful tobacco fragrance. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support as always. Hope you're getting some enjoyment. My channel, I've been not changing it, but you know, typically I've been focusing on more like one perfume. Today I did 3. I'm doing more shorts where I can give you more content on a daily basis. I'm trying to mix it up. So there you have it. I'll be back soon with another video. As always, peace, love, and perfume.